Love Between Lines is a romance drama I watched during a period when I needed something gentle and comforting after long, exhausting days. It is the kind of drama you turn to when you are not looking for loud emotions or dramatic twists, but for a steady and sincere love story that allows you to slow down. Today, I want to talk about Love Between Lines. What worked, what didn't, and why this drama left a quiet but lasting impression on me. Hoo-ju was at the lowest point in her life after her long-term boyfriend broke up with her on their engagement day. In an attempt to distract her, a friend invited her to join an immersive virtual reality mystery game. At that time, Hoo-ju desperately needed something to help her escape from reality. To her surprise, she ended up truly enjoying the experience. Inside the game, Hoo-ju met one of the key characters, Qin Xiaoyi. The handsome warlord commander was played by the aloof Xiao Ji-yu. Through the story, they began to know each other's personalities, and feelings slowly began to grow. From then on, fate seemed to follow them both. The feelings that bloom in the virtual room take shape in real life. Hoo-shu and Xiao Ji-yu must navigate their emotions and decide whether they have the courage to find their way to each other. There is a line early in the drama that captures Qin Xiaoyi's character very clearly. He says, "I only focus on what I want. Ms. Sun, do you know what you want?" This line reflects the way Xiao Ji-yu approaches both his life and his emotions, direct, guarded, and focused. Chen Xingxiu secured a place in my must-watch list after he portrayed Yan Tuo in Love in Turquoise Land alongside Dilraba Dilmurat. His calm and steady presence was one of the reasons I looked forward to his newest drama. So when Love Between Lines aired, I did not hesitate to start watching. After finishing all 28 episodes, I came to this conclusion. Love Between Lines serves romance as its main dish. For romance lovers, this drama delivers exactly what you would expect. At the same time, the virtual game element acts as a creative appetizer that keeps the story engaging. The mystery, however, feels more like a side dish that was eventually pushed to the edge of the table. For viewers familiar with C-dramas, virtual world settings are not new. There are already many dramas about characters entering game worlds. What surprised me was how Love Between Lines managed to make the virtual game feel like a complete and immersive story on its own. This became my favorite part of the drama. The costumes, the Republic-era setting, and the unpredictable story progression made the game scenes visually and narratively enjoyable. From the beginning, the drama makes it clear that the game has no fixed script. The plot changes depending on how players interact with the NPCs. However, the main objective remains the same, helping the town's chief become the new mayor. Each time Hoo-shu enters the game, she takes on a different identity. She becomes Sun Jia-ying and oversees PhD in chemistry. Later, she becomes Anna, a financial advisor, then Wu Jin, an investigation expert. It becomes obvious that Hoo-shu grows increasingly attached to the game, and to Qin Xiaoyi. She is even willing to pay 480 yuan per session to continue playing. Hoo-shu does not follow the rules. She enjoys making unexpected choices, sometimes winning and sometimes losing. Xiao Chiyu, who plays Qin Xiaoyi, clearly enjoys this unpredictability as well. Their banter and rivalry create a spark that keeps the game scenes engaging. Outside the virtual world, the real romance begins to unfold. This is where the drama becomes especially touching. Chen Xingxiu and Liu Yuxiao share strong chemistry. Hoo-shu and Xiao Jiyu both carry emotional wounds from their past. Despite that, they continue facing the world courageously, yet in loneliness. When they finally find comfort in each other, their connection feels sincere and earned. What makes their romance work is how honest it feels. Their relationship is not loud or dramatic. Instead, it is steady, gentle, and deeply comforting. The mystery element of the story unfolds very slowly. Viewers go through a long stretch of romance before the drama seems to remember that a mystery exists. The build-up itself is not bad. It helps explain why Xiao Jiyu is emotionally distant and guarded. The clues are interesting, and the background story has potential. However, this mystery feels disconnected from the rest of the narrative. It operates on a separate track, which weakens its impact. When the truth is finally revealed, everything moves too quickly. There's little time for tension or emotional payoff to settle. As a result, the mystery feels more like something that needed to be completed, rather than an organic part of the story. Even the sweetest romance cannot fully escape storytelling issues. Love Between Lines starts with a strong premise and a solid opening. However, the coincidence trope is used slightly too often. One coincidence works, but repeated coincidences reduce the sense of realism. When viewers begin to predict outcomes too easily, the emotional impact weakens. I was also invested in the second couple, Zhao Xiaoru and Wang Guangming. Unfortunately, their storyline feels incomplete. Wang Guangming appears frequently at the beginning, only to disappear without proper resolution. I was hoping to see more closure, especially consequences for his actions. Without that, their storyline fades away rather than leaving a lasting impression. Chen Xingshu brings a different aura to this role compared to his previous works. His portrayal of Xiao Jiyu relies on controlled body language and subtle expressions. Emotions are conveyed through pauses, gestures, and restrained dialogue. Because of this, Xiao Jiyu feels emotionally grounded and believable. Lu Yuxiao's portrayal of Hu Xu feels familiar, yet natural. Her performance allows Hu Xu's emotions to come across clearly, without exaggeration. She brings warmth and sincerity to the role, making Hu Xu easy to relate to. Love Between Lines is a romance drama that works best as a comforting watch. If you are looking for romance, sweet moments, and emotional connection, this drama delivers consistently. If you are hoping for a complex and tightly written mystery, you may find the plot somewhat simple. Still, the virtual game scenes provide unpredictability and visual enjoyment. Overall, Love Between Lines is a drama that is easy to watch and quietly satisfying in its own way. That's Love Between Lines. For more reviews, you can go to CNOVELHOLIC.com